Welcome to Merry Milo. Let's sing and celebrate.
Ziggy Zebra found his brush and painted clouds in early hush. He dipped in red and added blue to make the sky a lovely hue. Ziggy Zebra painted stars on soft white clouds like candy jars. He made the sun a yellow smile that warmed the land for mile and mile. Ziggy Zebra drew the breeze with stripes of pink between the trees. He shaded rain in sparkling dots and made the wind with curly spots. Ziggy Zebra swirled some green across the trees and meadow scene. He added birds in flying row and gave them wings that softly glow. Ziggy Zebra clapped with pride as all his sky was bright and wide. He twirled with paint across the field with joy no canvas could conceal. Ziggy Zebra lay below to watch his painted sky now glow. He closed his eyes in striped delight and dreamed of colors every night. Tilly Turtle took a slide down the grassy garden wide. She giggled past the daisies tall and rolled into a leafy sprawl. Tilly Turtle touched a toe to a giggle bush that tickled so. She laughed and twirled in clover beds with butterflies above her head. Tilly Turtle tapped her shell and made the laughing daisies yell. Each step she took, a giggle grew with tickled grass beneath her shoe. Tilly Turtle met a bee who buzzed and giggled by the tree. They spun around in flower shade and tickled games the two had made. Tilly Turtle found a slide of mossy fluff and ferny pride. She zoomed and laughed with tickled joy, like every shell was now a toy. Tilly Turtle curled up tight under clouds all soft and white, and dreamed of tickles calm and slow on trails where happy giggles grow. Saffron snail with shiny trail spun her shell along the rail. She drew a path in curly loop, then slid into a flower group. Saffron snail drew circles wide around trees and garden side. She spun in spirals soft and slow, with blossoms cheering as she go. Saffron snail made spiral art with glitter mud and grassy heart. She painted swirls on pebbled stone in rainbow curves she called her own. Saffron snail met worms who wiggled and in her spirals danced and giggled. They made a maze of gentle bends that looped and curled without an end. Saffron snail twirled near a vine and drew a shape so round and fine. The butterflies flew round her trail and whispered, "Wow, dear Saffron snail." Saffron snail curled up in bed with dreams of loops inside her head. She blinked and sighed with sleepy glee and dreamed of one more spiral spree. Mango moth flew light and free over blossoms near the tree. She heard a tune that sang her name and danced into the music came. Mango moth spun round a rose where melody like honey flows. She followed notes that floated near and smiled at every joyful ear. Mango moth met chirping frogs, singing songs on lily logs. She flapped in time with buzzing bees and drifted through the melody breeze. Mango moth skipped through the air while flowers sang without a care. She glowed with joy and fluttered near where songs were sung for all to hear.
Rusty raccoon with tapping paw found some rocks near grassy straw. He drummed the beat on one so round and made a clappy, snappy sound. Rusty raccoon clicked sticks with cheer as forest critters gathered near. They stomped and clapped in perfect time to Rusty's fun and bouncy rhyme. Rusty raccoon spun in delight, drumming through the morning light. He tapped a log, he kicked a cone, with rhythm beats all of his own. Rusty raccoon made music swing, with leaves that rustle when they sing. He found a shell and gave it knocks, while dancing on his rhythm rocks. Rusty raccoon called out a beat, and chipmunks tapped with furry feet. The forest rang with joyful sound as Rusty twirled and spun around. Rusty raccoon at end of day put all his tapping tools away. He curled beside a mossy tree and dreamed of beats in harmony.
Doodle dragon flapped with flair, searching numbers in the air. He found a one on apple tree and giggled softly, "Come with me." Doodle dragon peeked through two, painted blue with morning dew. He built a nest of sticks and three that jingled like a melody. Doodle dragon marched past four, then danced in circles on the floor. He tapped a five with bubbly grace and blew six clouds all over space. Doodle dragon hopped on seven, pointed upwards straight to heaven. He drew an eight with curling string, then flew in loop-de-looping ring. Doodle dragon traced a nine with berries dipped in sugar shine. He counted 10 with wingtip grace and cheered aloud from place to place. Doodle dragon flopped down low in a nest of numbers soft and slow. He whispered each one like a song and dreamed of counting all day long. Doodle dragon flopped with flirt in a nest of numbers soft and slow. He whispered each one like a song and dreamed of counting all day long. Doodle dragon traced a nine with berries dipped in sugar shine. Counted 10 with wingtip grace and cheered aloud from place to place. Doodle little dragon flopped down low in a nest of numbers soft and slow. He whispered each one like a song and dreamed of counting all day long. Bumblebee with yellow glow buzzed above the flowers low. He twirled in loops, then dipped with grace. In blossom fields, a lovely place. Bumblebee spun left and right through tulip petals soft and bright. He danced with bees in petal line, a ballet made of bloom and shine. Bumblebee took center stage with the daffodils as ballet cage. He lifted legs and hummed a tune while sunbeams kissed the blooms of June. Bumblebee leapt in the breeze and bowed beside the apple trees. He fluttered fast, then turned around and never touched the flowered ground. Bumblebee waved wings in air as lilies twirled with fragrant flair. He tapped a rose, then zipped through vines while petals cheered in perfect lines. Bumblebee in sunset haze flew home from all his dancing days. He curled inside a flower snug and dreamed of blossoms warm and snug.
Penny Pika popped with cheer as kernels danced from far to near. She tossed them high into the sky and watched the popcorn flutter by. Penny Pika led the line of popping friends in happy time. They marched through fields with buttery glee, a popcorn party wild and free. Penny Pika wore a hat of fluffy corn, both round and flat. She skipped along the golden grass while giggles bubbled up like gas. Penny Pika popped each step and made her popcorn friends all pep. They spun like fans and clapped in rows with kernels dancing on their toes. Penny Pika twirled and clapped as giant popcorn gently snapped. They made a mountain tall and bright and slid down laughing through the light. Penny Pika snuggled tight in popcorn fluff so warm and white. She yawned and blinked with sleepy smile and dreamed of popping all the while. Penny Pika wore a hat of fluffy corn, both round and flat. She skipped along the golden grass while giggles bubbled up like gas. Penny Pika popped each step and made her popcorn friends all pep. They spun like fans. The walrus drew a line from lantern peak to coral shine. Mapped the waves and icy trails and marked spots of snowy whales. Waffles, the walrus used a shell to trace the caves where sea stars dwell. He charted clams and slippery slope, the tiny flag and polar rope. Waffles, the walrus wrote the chart, placed a dot near Anchor Heart. He mapped the fish in rainbow bands and drew a boat with jelly hands. Waffles, the walrus sang a rhyme of every sea and sailing time. He labeled spots with crabby flair and even drew a polar bear. Waffles, the walrus smiled with pride as turtles swam from side to side. He looked upon his icy map and gave him hugs and gentle clap. night beside his nap in lantern light. Wiggly Wren began to sing while riding on a windy wing. She whistled as it danced in air and curled through trees without a care. Wiggly Wren flew round the bend. Her whistling song would twist and send a melody so full of light. It sparkled in the morning bright. Wiggly Wren met dandelions that danced like notes and windy signs. She flapped and laughed in fluffy song and carried every breeze along. Wiggly Wren soared up with pride while winds beneath her feet would glide. She sang with joy and chirped in glee, a wind-born wren in harmony. Wiggly Wren tapped twigs and leaves with rhythmic steps on breezy eaves. Her whistle echoed through the hill where all the birds sat calm and still. Wiggly Wren slowed down her song as twilight stretched the sky so long. She curled up warm and feathered den and dreamed of singing once again. Puddle puffins danced in rain with tiny boots on window pane. They sang of clouds and windy breeze and twirled beneath the dripping trees. Puddle puffins saw the sun, then sang of rainbows just for fun. They clapped for snow and foggy gray and watched the storm clouds drift away. Puddle puffins spread their wings to feel what gentle weather brings. They flew through air that smelled like spring and hummed of every season's ring. Puddle puffins whistled loud when thunder growled inside a cloud. They counted raindrops one by one and laughed when puddle splashes spun. Puddle puffins loved to teach what every kind of cloud could reach. From puffy white to silver gray, they flapped and flew in cheerful way. Puddle puffins dried their feet and sang their final weather beat, then snuggled in a cozy huddle and dreamed of rain in every puddle. Snappy snap in a rainbow shell danced along the coastal swell, with colors shining bold and bright. He clicked and clacked in sheer delight. Snappy snap climbed coral rocks, wearing stripes and rainbow socks. He waved to dolphins spinning by and drew a rainbow in the sky. Snappy Snap played hide and seek behind the shells and coral peak. He snapped a beak and tapped in time with starfish in a sandy line. Snappy Snap met jellyfish who sparkled like a swirling dish. They danced in seaweed soft and green, with colors glimmering between. Snappy Snap dug tunnels deep, then leaped above a seaweed heap. He spun in shells of every hue and splashed a trail of ocean blue. Snappy Snap, as tide grew low, found a shell in sunset glow. He curled inside with cozy flap and dreamed beneath his rainbow cap. doubles, he set it loose on Lily Stream and rowed a boat just like a dream. Twinkle Toad wore a hat so white it caught the bubbles floating by. He paddled with a leafy spoon and sang a song beneath the moon. Twinkle Toad saw ducklings cheer as bubble ripples danced so near. He floated past with gentle pride on Bubble Boat with gleaming stride. Twinkle Toad met fish that glowed and jelly worms that softly showed a trail of pearls along the tide where bubble boats would gently glide. Twinkle Toad played flute of foam that made the bubbles rise and roam. He sang with frogs on lily drums and clapped with leafy bubble thumbs. Twinkle Toad at end of float, tied up gently Bubble Boat. He hummed a tune and closed his eyes and dreamed of bubbles in the skies.